やっと死んだ。救う方法はただ一つ。おとぎ話だよ。楽天助けてやる。
Everyone likes a nice fantasy story. It's a genre that has a lot of wonderful series and is full of out-of-this-world imaginations and surprises. As such, in this video we will be looking at top 10 fantasy anime with an overpowered main character. As usual, I try to include anime that are not well known, so you may find a show you haven't seen yet. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you can be updated when I upload future videos. With all that said, let's get right into the video. Let's start off this list with Isekai Cheat Magician. Our MC Taichi Nishimura and his childhood friend, Rin Azuma, are on their way to school one ordinary morning. Suddenly, a glowing light envelopes them, transporting them to a fantasy world full of magical creatures. Upon their arrival, Taichi and Rin are threatened by a beast. They are promptly saved by a group of adventurers, who advise the pair that traveling unarmed and inexperienced makes them vulnerable to the recently increasing monster attacks. Taichi and Rin are directed to the guild, where they can determine their magical aptitude and register as adventurers. However, the test they take reveals an unprecedented result. Taichi and Rin possess extraordinary powers that far surpass the standard mage, instantly transforming them from typical high school students to the ultimate cheat magicians. Enjoyment-wise, you don't need to watch this attentively. If you like action and MCs that are over the top, then this is for you. The only complaints would be the story and the little character development, but overall you could watch this anime and you won't have a positive or negative experience. If I was to give advice, it would be go into this anime with an open mind and make your own opinions. Next at number 9, Gunjou no Magmell. A new era of exploration begins with the sudden appearance of a new continent known as Magmell. Magmell's vast trove of never-before-seen natural resources spurs on the exploration of its vast landscape. However, the unknown is not always docile. In order to sustain the expeditions, people known as anglers specialize in dealing with Magmell's dangerous wildlife. One such angler is our highly skilled and experienced MC, Inu, who performs search and rescue operations for clients with the help of his assistant, Zero. If you don't mind lighthearted comedy, this will be great. The plot is extremely non-existent in this series until about the last 2 to 3 episodes, which is such a shame as the manhwa is so much more plot-forward and there's so much to explore. Personally, I still enjoyed the anime as a fun slice-of-life-ish comedy where the potential for so much plot is just thrown away and left forgotten. The anime did have some good parts though, as such I suggest you give it a try. Next at number 8, Shijou Saikyou no Daimaou, Moribito Inai Tensei Suru. As the most powerful entity of all time, our MC demon Lord Varvatos thinks life is a big fat snore. When he takes matters into his own hands and decides to reincarnate, he calibrates his magical strength to be perfectly average. But there is no way he could have predicted that everyone in the modern world would be weak as hell, which means he is totally overpowered once again. Reborn under the name Ard, he has ladies fawning over him, the royal family begging him to become the next king, and an ex-minion insisting on killing him. But Ard has a one-track mind, and he won't stop at anything to achieve his ultimate goal. As seen in many isekai anime, this show focuses on your typical overpowered main character that has a lot of girls chasing him, with some action magic scenes from time to time. This anime is a bit mediocre, but you may enjoy it if you've been watching or reading anything with a reincarnation trope for a while. Next at number 7, Maou-sama, Retry. Akira Ono is an ordinary working adult who manages the MMORPG Infinity game. 15 years after creating the game, Ono decides to shut the servers down once and for all. However, as the clock strikes midnight, he somehow finds himself in the body of middle-aged Hakuto Kunai, Infinity Game's demon lord. Soon after his mysterious transportation, he witnesses the demon Griel chasing after a little girl named Aku. Although he effortlessly dispatches the creature, Hakuto is still concerned. After all, he does not remember creating the girl or the demon. Doubting whether he truly is in the world of his creation, Hakuto decides to investigate. Bringing Aku along as his guide and companion, Hakuto sets out on a journey to find out exactly who or what summoned him to this fantasy world, all while leaving chaos and destruction in his wake. The show stands up as one of the few isekais that doesn't even try to pretend any originality on the genre. The world is set up like a video game, the towns, guilds, OPMC, everything is the same. The studio did a mediocre job, but it's a good thing the writing from the source material was able to make up for it. Do not go in with high expectations for an amazing product. It clearly does not take itself seriously, but there are definitely funny moments that might genuinely make you laugh. Next at number 6, I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. After many years of being a corporate slave, our MC Azusa Aizawa abruptly passes away due to severe exhaustion. Seemingly headed for the afterlife, she meets a goddess who bestows her with immortality alongside a peaceful life in another world. There, Azusa enjoys her days tending to her farm, protecting the nearby village, and killing about 25 slimes per day, a routine that continues for at least 3 centuries. However, this rather monotonous cycle begins to change when Azusa suddenly finds out that she has reached level 99, the maximum possible level, from slimes alone. Despite desperately trying to hide this fact in fear of ending her slow life, rumors of her strength spread nevertheless. Soon enough, various people throughout the continent, like the Dragon Lakeat and the elf Halkara, start to appear at her doorstep, some seeking a battle, others asking for her assistance. Meeting friends and acquaintances who soon become family, Azusa finds she can live a life far better with others than when she was alone. While this may be a generic fantasy isekai show, its slice-of-life themes are the anime's strongest suit. Pair that with the diverse cast of female characters with different personalities, and you have the makings of a relaxing chill of a lovely isekai to watch. This show knows what it's doing, and it does to a very good extent while being mildly okay at best. Next at number 5, Fantasy Bishoujo Juniku Ojisan. Since their days as students, our MC Tsukasa Jinguji has had incredible luck with women due to his good looks. Hinata Tachibana has had almost none, overshadowed by Jinguji's brilliance. However, while Jinguji has never shown interest in the opposite sex, Tachibana is always desperate for a girlfriend. Despite their polar differences, they continue to be best friends even in their 30s as salarymen. One night, the two are returning home from a mixer where Jinguji was the center of attention as usual. In his drunken rambles, a frustrated Tachibana inadvertently wishes to become a beautiful girl with irresistible charm. As if the heavens were listening, a goddess suddenly shows herself before Jinguji and Tachibana, transporting them to another world to defeat the demon lord and simultaneously granting Tachibana's desire. Tachibana, now in the body of an impossibly perfect woman, has become so attractive that even Jinguji is captivated. Moreover, Tachibana grows aware of Jinguji's stunning appearance, finally understanding his popularity. Before they fall in love with each other, the duo must complete their mission or risk remaining prisoners to their infatuations forever. The focus of this particular anime is comedy, and to put it simply, it accomplishes its job. So if you are looking for a comedic romance isekai where the humor comes from how ridiculous the situations are, then this show is for you. Next at number 4, Tales of Zestiria, The Cross. The celestial records speak of the existence of the Seraphim, a race of divine beings who give blessings to humanity and are offered prayers by them in return. Those who are anointed with the ability to interact with these spirits are known as shepherds, hailed as heroes for their prompt appearances in times of crisis, while also being feared for their power. The shepherds are imprinted in common folklore along with the Seraphim. Our MC Sori, who has spent his entire life living in harmony alongside the Seraphim in the village of Alicia. Fascinated by the myths of the celestial records, he explores some nearby ruins with Mikleo, his childhood Seraphim companion, hoping to enlighten himself about the Seraphim's history with mankind. Unfortunately, they become trapped in the depths of the historical site during their investigation. While searching for an exit, they come across a mysterious girl who desperately seeks the help of a shepherd to save the world, which is on the brink of being consumed by darkness. This is the kind of series that can entertain far more than just what it seems to be. It puts on a memorable world with its cast of characters on their adventures. While the story itself may or may not suit everyone's tastes, it's still quite special for a fantasy series. The show also offers a sneak peek to the world of Berseria so fans can get a taste of the game. With that being said, the series almost feels like a movie each episode. Next at number 3, I'm Quitting Heroing. When Demon Queen Echidna begins her invasion of the human realm, the people turn to our MC, Hero Leo Demonheart, to protect them. Blessed with insurmountable power, Leo easily repels Echidna's army, thereby saving the world. But instead of gratitude or admiration, Leo is met with disdain and scorn from his fellow humans, who fear his overwhelming strength and believe that it may eventually cause humanity's demise. Banished from the kingdom he once called home, Leo wanders aimlessly throughout the land until, one day, he hears rumors of Echidna's efforts to rebuild her army. Hoping that demonkind might accept him as an ally, he returns to the Demon Queen's castle and offers Echidna his help. Naturally, Echidna immediately rejects him. Still, not all hope is lost, as Leo manages to convince Echidna's four generals to let him secretly work under their supervision. Donning the identity of a masked Dark Knight named Onyx, Leo solves the demon army's problems one by one, gradually improving the quality of life around the castle. The early episodes are all built up towards several impactful reveals and twists later on that serve to develop the character of the hero Leo. You will slowly understand who he is and why he is the way he is, and despite seemingly being the typical OPMC, he is much more than that. I would say sit back, take the first few episodes for what they are, but if you stick with the show, you surely won't be disappointed. Next at number 2, Break Blade. In the continent of Cruzan, an impending war between the kingdom of Krishna and the nation of Athens is brimming. The people of this land are able to use quartz for whatever purpose they desire. Yet one person, our MC Rygard Arrow, is not. He is an unsorcerer, a person unable to use quartz. But this characteristic will enable him to pilot an ancient golem, one strong enough to put up a fight against the invading army of Athens. I gotta say that I personally like Breakblade for its originality in mecha genre, for the fact that they put pilot skills above raw power of MC's mecha. This anime is for those interested in an adequate story with a lot of potential, that has amazing hand-drawn art. It is an action and military-based anime with a relatively serious mood. Honestly, it does exceptionally well in keeping viewers entertained. Next at number 1, Ofori, I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. After an enthusiastic invitation from her friend, Kaide Hanjo reluctantly agrees to try New World Online, a very popular VR MMO played by thousands of people across Japan. Naming her in-game character Maple, she sets out on her journey. As a complete novice to such games, she allocates all of her stat points into Vitality, desiring to not get hurt. With not a single point in any other stat, Maple has extraordinarily high defense, but she can't move quickly or hit hard. This doesn't end badly for her, however, due to her high defense, Maple acquires overpowered skills such as Total Defense, Poison Immunity, and Devour. These skills, along with the incredibly powerful items she obtains, allow her to obliterate most enemies in a single hit. After only a few days of playing the game, Maple claims third place in a server-wide event, gaining a reputation as a player who is both unkillable and absurdly powerful. Ofori isn't very unique when it comes to isekai, but it's fun to watch. It is an anime that is almost like a slice of life. It doesn't have over-the-top drama, which is a good relief as they're just playing a video game. This show has good characters with their own traits but would like more development on the side characters. The animation is surprisingly well done and the music is also very chill compared to other isekai, which is very refreshing. Overall, this show is quite enjoyable, as such I recommend giving it a try. That's it for this list, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe, it's free and you can always change your mind. See you next time.